to the very first episode of what I am calling the New Esports Zone League show. You've probably seen New Esports TV, we're 15 episodes into that, and a little backstory to that. Most of the episodes are an hour long, therefore the file size is around 1 gigabyte for each. Previously took 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours to upload New Esports TV every week, normally overnight. And while that was uploading, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go onto Facebook, I couldn't send messages, I couldn't do anything. We got the NBN network put on here yesterday. New Esports TV took 45 minutes to upload. So, thus, there is a chance to do some more content video-wise and upload some more content video-wise, and here we are with Zone League show. This will be going up Wednesday night, I'm hoping. That's not a definite. If it doesn't go up Wednesday night, it'll be up during the day on Thursday. It isn't a review show. New Esports TV is a review show. This isn't. This is a review and preview show. This is the all-access look in at the Zone League and the 4 grades. Only first grade, we're not doing reserves or thirds. I don't really have the mental capacity to deal with that at the moment. It's 64 games a week, as it is with the competitions I cover here at New Esports. Rightio, let's get into it. First of all, if there's any goal scorers, anything, first grade, as I said, I don't want to see a 500-word review of your 3rd grade game. I might want to see it, but that's not what we're covering here at the moment. So, if you got goal scorers or whatever, send them through, and it'll make this show much better. So let's go through the results from the weekend. We did this Monday night on New Esports TV, or Tuesday night, or whenever the hell that went up. Zone Premier League, Cardiff City 0 were defeated by Swansea FC 1. A result that I believe is a good one for Swansea, obviously. Cardiff, slow start to the season. They're a team that's definitely one to look out for. I think they definitely won't be lingering down 9th place for very long. It's an even competition, the Zone Premier League team. There's some very good teams in there. There's been some draws already. Mayfield United won, defeating Garden Suburb 0. The latter leaders at the moment, Mayfield. 2 from 2. A 2-1 win in round 1 over Cardiff, and now a 1-0 win over Garden Suburb. That's 2 1-0 losses for Garden Suburb. They're definitely a team that, they're sitting in last at the moment, but 2 1-0 losses to start the season, that's not really that worrying, but they'll want to win their next game, which comes this weekend against Swansea at home. More on that later. So Mayfield Tigers on top of the competition at the moment. University 2, Newcastle Suns 2, both these teams have drawn their first 2 games. They've got to get out of that habit sooner rather than later. The game of the round in probably the entire competition for any zone team, Morisset United 4, defeated by New Lambton 5. The Eagles were apparently 1-0, 1 goal down with a minute or 2 to go. 4-3 down, they win 5-4. They're in 2nd place. Morisset in 5th at the moment. 1 win, 1 loss in their Zone Premier League comeback or debut. I guess I think they've been to this level before. I think they've been higher than this level before, but their return to Zone Premier League is going alright, Morisset. And Dudley Redhead 1, defeating Beresfield United 0 in the match of the round. Of course, 5-4 is probably the best game, but 1-0 between the 2 teams that are probably 2 of the better teams in this competition. That's a big win for Dudley at home. And Beresfield's just their 2nd loss in 2 years, I believe. They also lost last year to Dudley. That's the intel that I've got. I might be wrong there, but So Zone Premier League table, Mayfield, New Lambton, Dudley. You can look it up anyway, it's on New Esports. I'm not going to read out the tables. I might put up a little graphic or something, I don't know. This weekend, New Lambton, second place New Lambton versus Mayfield United in first. Match of the round, in my opinion, top of the table game over at Alder Park. I actually have opening game of the all-age season at 1:30 in at Cooks Hill. Sort of thinking of going over to Cooks Hill versus Barnsley, but if there's time to get to Alder Park and watch this, I definitely might. Of course, I cover the new FM games mainly, but there probably won't be time to get out to West Wallsend for a 4 o'clock kickoff. I'll definitely be seeing some Zone League games at some stage this year, even if they're washouts. That's also, looking at the forecast this week, that could very well be a possibility. I've tipped 2-2 for this game, New Lambton Mayfield. I feel like it's early season. A draw is probably a fair result in the early stages of the season. Cardiff City versus Dudley Redhead. I've gone Dudley 3-1. Cardiff starting slowly, they'll come good, but this Dudley team, there's something about it. I of course watched them beat my team, Cooks Hill, New FM Cooks Hill, not Zone League Cooks Hill. They were a very good team that day. They were a very good team against Singleton in the FFA Cup when I watched them there. They're a very good side, Dudley Redhead, and I've tipped them to win away from home at Cardiff. University versus Morisset. I've tipped 2-2. University have drawn their first 2 games. Morisset still there or thereabouts, coming into Zone Premier League. Bit unpredictable there. 2-2 again. On Sunday, Newcastle Suns versus Beresfield United. I've gone Beresfield 2-1. Could even change that to 3-1. I think Beresfield bounced back from that loss last week. Les True's side, probably front runners for the Premiership again. And the Suns, hard to predict. They've drawn their first 2, so they definitely want to get their first win sooner rather than later. Whether it comes on Sunday or not is the question. Garden Suburb versus Swansea is the other game. I've gone 1-1, another draw. It's round 3, we've seen some draws already, and I'm going for it again. Why not? Zone League 1. Over the weekend, Charlestown 1 were defeated by Warners Bay 5 in what is essentially a local derby. That's a big win for Warners Bay and a big loss for Charlestown. Talking about big losses, Cooks Hill United 5 defeating Stockton 0. That's what I read online was 5-0, but on the official fixtures it said 5-1. So correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think it was 5-0. 5-1, 5-0. It's still a big loss to take at home in the derby. Stockton losing to Cooks Hill. Jesmond FC 2 defeating Raymond Terrace 1. Decent win for Jesmond. Raymond Terrace still new to this competition, and they're not easy beats, the Terrace. They're definitely going to be competing this year. And that's pretty obvious from the first 2 games, I reckon. Nelson Bay 2 defeated by Beresfield FC 3. A late win for Beresfield FC. And Katara South, the ladder leaders 2 defeating Barnsley 1. This weekend, in Zone League 1, Stockton versus Charlestown. A very important game for the Stockton Sharks after losing 5-0 last week to Cooks Hill at home. I've tipped 2-1 here to Stockton. Charlestown's bottom of the table, and they haven't had the best start. Stockton's a very difficult place to go to. They've got Corriba Oval. It's a decent home ground to have, having to go all the way over Kooragang. Of course, Cooks Hill would have got the ferry over, but Charlestown, to come there and play on what is essentially, a very windy field. If it's raining, which it could very well be on the weekend, it will be cold there. Corriba's a real, it's a good home ground to have, in my opinion. Stockton to win there. Raymond Terrace versus Nelson Bay. This is a derby, isn't it? 2-1 I've gone for the Terrace. I don't know why. I think Nelson Bay a tough one to predict. Both teams will be in it. Neither team winning will be a surprise at this early stage, but Raymond Terrace definitely at home. Don't like their chances. Beresfield FC versus Katara South. 1-3 is what I've tipped here. 3-1 to Katara. Beresfield mid-table at the moment, but Katara South are in some form, and they're definitely contenders for the premiership even at this early stage. A lot of people were predicting them to be up there this season. Cooks Hill hosting Barnsley. 4-1 I've gone here. Cooks Hill at home at the Athletics track. They lost to Katara South 2 weeks ago. They put that behind them. They put 5 past Stockton last week, and Barnsley is arguably not as good as an opponent as Stockton at home. Barnsley away, I don't like their chances here. 4-1 to the Cookers. Warners Bay versus Jesmond, I've gone 1-1 in an all top 4 clash. Probably the match of the round on Sunday, the only game on Sunday, so wouldn't be surprised to see a few players from the other teams get out to John Street Oval and watch that one. Zone League 2 over the course of the weekend. New Lambton 2, University 2. Funny enough, New Lambton and Uni drew 2-2 in the Zone Premier League last week, and now their Zone League 2 counterparts have done the same. Both these teams have drawn their first 2 games, along with Hunter Simba. There's a lot of draws in Zone League 2 so far. So that was a result there, 2-2 between New Lambton and Uni. Another draw, Westlake's Wildcats 3, drawing Hunter Simba 3. This sounds like it was, I'd say, the match of the round in this competition, Zone League 2. What else can you say? Hunter Simba, very technical team, and they're going to score a few goals this year, but defensively, I don't know how they'll go. But Westlake's, where are they? Yeah, Westlake's not starting the season well. That's their first point. They've come down from Zone League 1. That they won't want to linger down in 9th for too long. Musselbrook FC had a bit of a horror show last week at Hamilton. This weekend they went down at home 3-2 to Merryweather Advance. A much better showing for the Eagles, but at home, you know, they'll want to do better than that. They're dead last at the moment, and Musselbrook have a very tough away trip this week. More on that in a second. Madawi, here's a result for you. Madawi 2, defeated by Hamilton Olympic 9. That's 16 goals in 2 games for Olympic. Maybe they should be in Zone League 1 or even Zone Premier at this rate. That's 2 big wins. Madawi and Musselbrook not the strongest opposition in this competition, obviously. Call me when they're putting 7 or 9 past Wallsend or New Lambton, Uni, Maryland even. But yeah, Hamilton Olympic, high flying, and they'll like their chances of winning the title based on those first 2 games. And in a derby, Maryland Fletcher 0, defeated by Wallsend FC 3 at Currica Oval. Not good for the Bulldogs there. Not good at all. They still sit 3rd. Wallsend in 2nd, Hamilton 1st. It will be good to see Hamilton versus Wallsend whenever that's coming up. The games this week, Westlake's Wildcats hosting Maryland Fletcher. I've gone Maryland 2-1 at Fishburn Field. I nearly said Finnan Oval, but that's at Toronto. It's nearby, isn't it? Rathmines, Toronto. 2-1 to Maryland Fletcher to get their 2nd win of the year. Merryweather Advance hosting Madawi. I've gone 2-0 for Merryweather. They definitely look like a decent squad. And Madawi have had a slow start to the season, obviously. Hunter Simba hosting University. I've gone 2-2. Both these teams have drawn their first 2 games, so why not continue that? The 2-2 draw sounds good at the TAFE field, which I'll tell you right now, looking at the forecast for Friday, 10 to 20 mils, forget it, at the TAFE field on Saturday. I walk past there 3 times a week, and it doesn't look good. Even when it's a sunny day, it doesn't look like that good of a field. But Simba have got a very good following there. Maybe not the best field in the competition though. Sunday, Hamilton Olympic hosting New Lambton. I've gone 4-1 here. Olympic too good to back against. And Wallsend hosting Muswellbrook. I've gone 6-0. Muswellbrook, not sold on them at the moment. What can I say? I don't know the situation up there. New FM's more my cup of tea. I don't really know the squads in Zone League. I don't know if Muswellbrook have injuries or if people have left or whatnot, but you know, the way they've started, it doesn't look good, and Wallsend have started very well and put 6 away. It wouldn't surprise me at all. That's why I've gone for it. Zone League 3, Edgeworth Juniors 4 defeated by Argentine United 9 in a game where defenders simply didn't show up for either team. RAF 1 defeated by Hamilton Azuri 3. Another big win for Hamilton Azuri ahead of the bye this week. And the Abermain Rams 5 defeating Mayfield United Tigers junior team 2, the Mayfield Juniors. And Bulwarra Lawn 1 drawing Cahibah 1. That's the result we didn't have the other night on New Esports TV. We've got it now. Bulwarra Lawn's first point in Zone League 3 this season. This weekend, talking about Bulwarra, they make the trip to Argentine to take on the ladder leaders, and Argentine have 12 goals in 2 games. I've gone 4-1 here, and that's been generous to Bulwarra. Argy look in some good form to start the season. They've conceded 5 goals though, that's a little bit of a worry. So 4-1's the tip there. Cahibah FC versus the RAF, Williamtown FC. 3-0 I've gone, Cahibah at home. They'll probably be one of the strongest squads in the competition. RAF have started the season slowly. That being said, they've only played 1 game and they lost 2-3, so maybe 3-0's a bit harsh, but Cahibah seem to be a team to watch in this competition. Dudley Redhead versus Abermain. I've gone 2-1. Bit of an upset if you look at the table, but I think Dudley will bounce back from a somewhat disappointing showing in round 1 going down to Mayfield. And talking about Mayfield, they host Edgeworth at Stevenson Park on Saturday. 3-1 is the tip there. Edgeworth bottom of the table. Not sure how they'll go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Zone League show this week. It's only going to be a 20-minute thing. As I said, send through goal scorers and stuff next week. Hopefully we'll have some goal scorers, we'll have some more. Send photos, send the team sheet. I'll put up the squad lineup or something somewhere. Anything you want, send it along. And we're going to try and make this into something that might not be on the same level as New Esports TV, but you saw the intro earlier. That's brilliant, that intro. Big fan of that music, big fan of the way that intro works. Send some squad photos for the teams where I didn't have photos of, like New Lambton for instance. University photos. I know there are squad photos on Facebook and that I don't just want to take them and use them without permission, but if you send them through and I'll use them, very happy to do that. Good luck to all the teams this weekend in round 3 of Zone League. As I said, very likely that I'll be at either Cooks Hill or Alder Park on Saturday for a Zone League game. Why not? Might go to the NPL, Lambton and Hamilton or whatever it is, but we'll see what happens on Saturday. Hopefully it doesn't rain Friday, but this has been the debut episode. Let's hope this becomes a running thing. I'm not going to promise that this is going to be done every week because this is a bit more additional work than just New Esports TV. If not, it'll get chucked on a New Esports TV with all the other stuff. But this is a show just for Zone League. Zone League show, episode 1. I'm Ty Stedman. See you next week.